Who would want to live in a house made out of trash? Well, after discovering a building method known as an earthship, I just might. We all remember the story of the three little pigs, right? How they built a house out of sticks and what happened to it? Yet we pour all of our money and our investments into houses made out of sticks full of hazardous insulation when there's a more economical, eco-friendly, and efficient way to build a house. I have researched these as a viable option for my own family, and I'd like to share this information with you. I'll be discussing how earthships mimic nature in their construction, how they utilize the principles of thermal mass to regulate the temperature inside of them, and how they're constructed almost entirely out of discarded materials. When I say that they mimic nature, I say that they look around and see that trees don't need to be covered in the summer and they die back in the winter to conserve energy. The house does the same thing. There's vegetation planted on the roof and a glass front that stores energy during the winter. And they put on the inside glass bottles. Well, that's the front. The front glass side here with the vegetation on the back. During the summer, the vegetation will grow and provide shade. During the winter, it dies back and the house absorbs heat for heat. Next should be the glass bottles. These are highly thermal conductive. They're called glass bricks. You cut a glass bottle in half, you stick the ends together, you tape it up, and you lay it in concrete. They're structurally strong enough to support these big heavy beams, and above that is dirt. So that'll tell you what kind of weight they can handle. Here's a greenhouse on the front of the house, and again, during the summer, this will absorb heat and transfer it into the rock floor here, which the roof is made of rock too. They'll all hold the heat. In the winter, these plants will still be growing, and the ambient heat will heat the rest of the house as the outside air cools down. If you look here, they are very similar to an underground house in that the body of the house is below the freeze line here, which in almost all parts of the world is between 58 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This is an example of a physics principle known as thermal mass. And it's not just limited to high sun areas like the Earthship's birthplace in Taos, New Mexico, but according to an article in Mother Earth News by E. Craig called Life in an Earthship, there was a man in Colorado at 7,500 feet elevation who was able to grow a banana tree in his living room. The amount of money you would have to spend to accomplish this same kind of insulation using conventional materials is outrageous. About 3 times, according to another article in Mother Earth News by B. Welch called The Power of Unconventional Ideas. And like I said before, earthships are almost entirely constructed out of discarded materials. A landfill full of tires. This is a bane on civilization. They are hard to recycle. They can catch on fire, causing toxic fumes, and you can't bury them because they float. These landfills are very difficult to get rid of, but you can turn them into the walls of your house. You stack them up like bricks, pile a little concrete in between, stick some cans in the concrete, and what you have is a thermally awesome, almost completely windproof home. The process to get to this house from a pile of tires is very well illustrated on a video on YouTube by Democracy Now! Called Earthship Biotecture. You can see them literally pick up the tires from a landfill, drag them out, stack them, concrete them, and you will have a beautiful house as a finished product. To wrap this up, earthships are a viable housing option. They are economical, eco-friendly, and efficient, and will last well into the future. And if you want more information on this unique building style, you can visit earthship.com. That is the official website. And just remember, one man's trash is another man's house.